What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dorkatron Prime, currently here with David Brito. Brito's going to be sharing with us his deck profile for Beelzemon. It's really consistent. I really enjoyed it, guys. I even tested it out and I got second place at Knowhere Toys and Comics. But I've been having a really good time playing it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because he's been topping multiple times with it at PPG.
And I even got first place last week at Knowhere with this list.
Yep, first place at Knowhere too. We're just gonna go ahead and jump into the profile. Go ahead, Brito.
Alright, so for the eggs, it's first 4 Pokemon eggs, just the 4 eggs. By the time you get to the fourth one, it's probably just gonna be game. So yeah, on deletion, mill the top 2 cards. With this list, you want to mill as much as you can, as quick as you can. Alright, then now for the rookies, 4 of the EX-2 Impmon. On play, they search for an Iron Mako and a Beelzemon. You grab them both, put them to hand, and then the cool part about this card is that when he gets milled, you get the option of milling up to 3 more. Oftentimes, you do want to mill up to 3 more, or let's say you're kind of running low on deck, and let's say you're at the 29th card, and this gets milled, you can mill 1 more just to get to the 30, and that's perfectly fine. But oftentimes, you do want to mill the full 3. The next rookie is the on deletion Impmon. On deletion, mill top 3. This in combination with the Pokemon, you mill 5, and it's really, really good with this deck. You'll proc a lot of effects with it, as you'll see with this list. Alright. The next Impmon is BT6 Impmon. On play, you could trash a card from your hand and bring back a 7 Great Demon Lords or a 3 Musketeer, but in this list, you're mainly just going to be bringing back something with 7 Great Demon Lords in the list. For another level 3, I have Dracmon. On play, you bring back a 1-cost option or a 7-cost option. In this list, you're mainly going to be bringing back 1-cost options back to your hand. Yeah, we'll get to that later. And then for kind of the spice tech, Luisemon. Luisemon on play recover 1, and when you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you could play it for a reduced cost of 8. So you reduce it by 8 to play it for 5. That's it for the rookies, and for the level 4s, we run 4 Wizardmons.
The champion.
Yeah, the real champion of this list. When you mill it, you gain a memory, and then his inheritable is really, really important. When attacking, you may reveal 1 purple card from your hand and put it at the top of your deck. This card allows you to fix your mills. So, for example, if you want a Beelzemon in trash for whatever reason, you reveal the Beelzemon. When you have a level 5 over this and you swing, you reveal the Beelzemon, put him on top, and then you end up milling him somehow. We'll go over that through the other cards. The other level 4 I run is 2 Dobermons. On deletion, mill the top 3 cards of your deck, and then pick up a purple Digimon or purple Tamer. Then for my last level 4, Loemon, hybrid for game, pretty much. For my level 5s, I run 3 Balmon. When attacking, mill up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. And on deletion, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you can play a Beelzemon from your trash without paying its memory cost. That's why sometimes with this in combination with the Wizardmon, you want to swing, trigger Wizardmon first to put a Beelzemon on top of your deck, and then mill 3 more. Mill 3 off your Balmon. So you pretty much set up the Beelzemon in trash. I run 3 of these guys. Running 4 would be nice, but no space in the deck. Then I run 1 of Luisemon Chaos Mode. He's really, really good because for every 10 cards in your trash, you can hard play him and pop a level 6 or a Tamer. Oftentimes I play him for 5 just to get their level 6 off the board. He's really, really good. For the last champion, another Spice Tech, Shoutmon Cross 4B. He is actually really, really good in this list because first he has Armor Purge. He has Digicross with Beelzemon, so hard playing him with Beelzemon under, you reduce it by 2, so you play him for 7. What is awesome about him is that since he has Armor Purge, let's say you put him out on the field. If your opponent decides to try to pop him, you can purge it and have the Beelzemon under. Oftentimes, your opponent will not want to pop him, so the following turn, what you do is you use a self-pop, like let's say Calling from the Darkness or Deathclaw, to pop him yourself. You Armor Purge, and you have a Beelzemon. Literally just spend one turn to set this up. The next turn, you pay 1 to get the Beelzemon out. Really, really good tech. Then for the level 6s, I have the one of Beelzemon from BT10 on play, and when digivolving, you can mill up to mill the top 3 cards of your deck. Then for every 10 cards in your deck, you could pop level 4 or lower from your on your opponent's side of the field. And what makes him really, really good, he combos up well with Balmon as well as his inheritable. When you go into blast mode with this card, his inheritable is for every 10 cards in your trash, you gain a memory at the end of your attack. So the idea is you swing, do the blast mode warp. At the end of that attack, you gain the memory back. All right. The other one of Beelzemon is the warping one. He's really good just simply because you get after you get 10 cards in your deck, you warp into him for 4. It's really, really good as long as it's on an Impmon. The last Beelzemon I have in the level 6s is Ex-3 Beelzemon. I have 4 of them. He's kind of self-explanatory. When you get milled, you play an Impmon, and then when attacking and when digivolving, you get to mill top 2 cards of your deck, and then for every 10 cards in your trash, you can pop a level 3 and increase the level by 1. So yeah, it starts at level 3, then for every 10 cards, you increase the level by 1. He is pretty much your biggest control option. Then the last 2 level 6s, one Avenged Kidmon, one Junimon. So with this list, since you want to mill yourself as quick as you can, you're kind of on a time limit. So this is what helps you extend that time limit per se, because the second you deck out, you lose. This combination helps you stop from not decking out. This on play, you can return all your options from both players' trash to their decks. So this is what helps you get cards back in your deck. Junimon is to help retrieve the Avenged Kidmon. So Junimon, when digivolving, mill the top 3 cards of your deck and return any Digimon from your trash to your hand. So the idea is, if you draw into this, perfect. If you don't, if this gets trashed and you have this in hand, perfect. You evo into this and you pick this back up. Then for my level 7s, I have 2 blast modes. When this card gets milled, you can delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. When digivolving, delete everything of the highest level, and then your turn, for every 10 cards in your trash, you gain security attack +1. This card is broken. I love this card. My favorite card. And then for the last level 7, Death-X. In this format, and pretty much every format going on, this is a one of in just about every list. This helps you in this list, especially if you're a little behind and your opponent decides to build a little wide. Well, yeah, boom, just Death-X and you're good to go. Now for my options, I run a ton of options in this list. I run 1 Darkness Wave. As much as I'd like to run more, there's just no room in the lists. Darkness Wave is a one of. When you play it, you mill the top 3 cards of your deck, and then has another effect that if you have a yellow Digimon, you get to bring back purple or yellow Digimon from the trash. So this can help as kind of like a pseudo calling. This will the second part will only really proc if you have the rookie Beelzemon out. One of calling, it got restricted to 1. When you use it, delete one of your Digimon. Then you can bring up to 2 purple Digimon from your trash back to your hand. I run 3 Death Claws. Delete one of your Digimon in order to delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. In this list, the self pop is really, really important because you want this to try to control more the opportunities to self pop Balmon as well as Shoutmon Cross 4B, since you want to control the armor purge. You don't want your opponent, you don't give the opportunity to your opponent to just bottom deck that card or put it in your security. You want to be able to proc their effects. So Deathclaw out of 3 of as well as calling at 1, it really, really helps facilitate that kind of combo. Alright, and then I run 3 Death Singers. As much as I want to run 4, there's just simply no room in the list. Death Singer, when it gets milled, you gain a memory, very similar to Wizardmon. And then its main effect is you delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. And for every 10 cards in your trash, you can increase the level by 1. So once you get to 10 cards in trash, you can pop a 5. If you get to 20 cards, you can pop a 6. And then once you get to 30, you can pop a 7. 30 is kind of like the magic number in this deck, because once you get to 30, just all of your effects like super procced. I run then 3 Jax Raids. For every 10 cards in your trash, you gain a memory. So this is perfect for just those explosive turns. You want to hold this card in your hand up until you pretty much have the game. Then I run a 1 of Dead or Alive. This helps me bring out just about all my level 5s, and as well as the yellow Lucemon, the rookie, as long as I have 10 or more cards in trash, which with this deck, you'll have that pretty consistently by turn 2. Then lastly, 3 Tamers, Ein Mako. This is kind of what helps the deck go into blast mode. Start your turn, it memory fixes you, so you get up to 3, and then when you attack with the Digimon, you could suspend it to mill the top card of your deck. Then, if the attacking Digimon is Beelzemon, you could warp into blast mode from the trash.
Alright, thank you so much, Brito, for explaining the deck. I had a lot of fun with it. I definitely recommend a 10 out of 10. So guys, remember, like, subscribe, and we brick by nature.